what do you think makes this character Yellow Jacket such a great villain?
Well, I think the motivations are very clear and not what you'd expect from a villain. When we were first developing the character, basically it was money and power. And while he really likes those things, in the end, he really just wants the approval and love of his father figure, which is Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas. So there's that tension between this sort of global terrorist and really just a sort of a sad little boy.
So what do you think motivates him?
He wants his father figure to tell him that, give him a pat on the back and tell him he did a great job and he's proud of him.
Okay, so when you're an actor and you're playing a larger-than-life character in a Marvel movie, do you approach it differently? How do you approach it?
I think it's the same in that you want to make sure that those motivations are clear to yourself first and then to the audience. And so that's the same in any role. I think what's different is just simply the size of the character that you can play. If somebody's ambition is to create this revolutionary technology and turn it into this war machine, you have a license and a responsibility to be larger than life. And so, being on those sets and with the costumes and seeing the pre-visualizations of what the action scenes were going to be, it was easy to sort of get yourself in that mindset of villain.
Everyone I've talked to so far, I think there's a shared something among you all, is that you've all really thought about it. And there seems to be notes about all these things. It's great that there's so much preparation, and everyone took it very seriously.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a secret that there were delays in shooting it, and so there was this period where we were supposed to be working, but they were writing new drafts of the script and still in pre-production. But for the actors, it actually gave us a sort of a time to do that work and to put our stamp on the screenplay as it was being written. And I think that really helped deepen and enrich the characters.
I think it shows on camera. So what did you like most of playing Darren Cross?
I love the costumes. I mean, they were just so over the top and, just like this crazy, it was sort of, this suit sort of molded out of, solid aluminum and these crazy leather jackets and of course the Ant-Man suit is pretty awesome.
So your experience working with Marvel, would you say, is a good one?
Absolutely. It was from beginning to end, I felt, even though this is the hugest studio out there now, and there's a sense that it's just a sort of a giant machine, I felt this was as collaborative a film as I've ever been a part of.
That's nice to hear. It really is. Okay, so the most fun thing about filming, I don't know what it is, you're going to tell me, and then you're going to tell me why it was so much fun.
Well, it would have to be a tie, between, my very first day was sort of a microcosm of what the film was going to be. First, I spent the morning doing motion capture, just in a unitard with little dots all over it, going through all of the stunts in the movie and all the movements that I do when I'm the small Yellow Jacket. So that was just pure physicality, fighting, and so fun in that aspect. And then the second half of the day was just this very quiet, intense, intimate scene with Michael Douglas. So it was sort of the full range of what you can do in a film, from the biggest, broadest, most physical thing to a very subtle, quiet scene.
I didn't expect the word unitard in there anyway. All right. You've already told us about the suit, but what can it do?
The suit is several generations advanced from the Ant-Man suit. it's bulletproof. It can fly. It's got these arms that can articulate and hit things and grapple things, but they can also shoot these powerful plasma cannons. So it's pretty formidable.
You turned into a little boy for part of this, didn't you?
Oh, it's just the coolest thing in the world. And I bought the little Lego action figure the second it came out.
Okay, I like hearing that too. If there's only one word to describe the movie, what would it be and why?
Fun. There is this sense of playfulness and adventure, and it really brings you. I think kids will love it for very obvious reasons. But when I first just sitting in the theater, I'd read every draft of the script and seen all the pre-visualization. But when I sat there and saw when he first shrinks, I just turned into a kid again. It's just really fun.
And with your character, there is so much, I want to say, strength. I mean, he's a tough dude, I guess to say, and intellectually smart. If he was a nicer man, it would be like very sweet. It's not to be.
No, he never got what he needed as a kid. So now we all have to pay for it.